Coach, thanks. CA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Inner Harbor and M&T Bank Stadium here in Baltimore, Maryland. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Baltimore Ravens. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First carry now for Alex Collins. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Now it appears we've got an injured Raven down there on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Now Jackson on 2nd down. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Green 39! Green 39!
From the gun, it's Jackson. And that is incomplete.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. This is taken at the 15. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. So here's Dalton and the Bengals now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. The former 2nd-round pick, this is Joe Mixon, and he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. The former Charger All-Pro Eric Weddle on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Dalton throwing on 2nd down. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
So the sack, and now it's 3rd and long for Dalton and the Bengals. Dalton here from the gun. To Mixon on the check down. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of 1st downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 1st downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Here's carry number 1 for Kenneth Dixon. And he'll be hit and dropped for a loss at the 5-yard line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Gun! 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 Gun!
Jackson now down around his goal line. To the right side and complete to Hurst. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
All right, here we go.
Jackson. That's caught over the middle by Hurst. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. He got 29 yards that time.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down.
Detroit! Detroit!
Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. Caught right side, it's Snead. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Jackson will throw again. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on. How about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gun! 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 Gun!
To throw is Jackson. Forced out to his left. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Give him 9 on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
Partner was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he still got a big chunk of yardage on 2nd down.
All right, here we go.
On 3rd down, Jackson. This is intercepted. Picked off at the 38. Accelerating, and off he goes. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD.
Nice pick, nice pick.
So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went in the other direction. Excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now, and I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start the drive with Dixon. And he stopped immediately there. Big Geno Atkins there to bring him down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, it's Dixon. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. The Ravens on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Here we go now.
Throwing is Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
Well, the defensive guys won't be real happy because there won't be a sack on this play because he did get back to the line of scrimmage. But what a job they did overall. Hemmed him in and gave him nowhere to go with the football.
Fielded just inside the 20. 12 yards on the return that time. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
How about the timing on that one? Boy, they were in sync, weren't they? 3-step drop, balls out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Throwing, Dalton. Over the middle, that's caught by Ross. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. Oh, good move. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead. Well, they were just hoping that run would pick up the first. They got the whole enchilada.
And I'm so used to teams on 3rd down, doesn't matter how far they need for a 1st down, throwing the ball. Instead, they run it, and as you said, picked up the 1st down, and then some, and then some. In fact, everything, all the way for a touchdown. Terrific play.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Ravens offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. On second down, here's Jackson. Buying time, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. The Ravens on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 16. Second quarter now. Brandon Gaud and Charles Davis with you. It's the Ravens who have the football. They do, however, have a tough 3rd and long coming up. Jackson from the shotgun. He gets this one to Michael Crabtree. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. They'll call that a 61-yard punt. He got all of that one. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So here's Dalton and the Bengals now. 1st and 10 at their own 16. Dalton bootlegs out. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Willie Henry. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Over here, over here.
Out of the gun, it's Dalton. In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone, and it looks like the offense did get the football back, but it is clearly in that end zone, and it's going to be a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. Oh. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. And the Ravens taking the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
The drive begins with a run by Dixon. Trying to turn the corner, but he's going to be stopped right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
No gain on that run, and while the team is down, there's still time to come back and win the football game. If I'm the offensive coordinator, though, I've got to think about moving at a faster pace and maybe opening things up a little bit and throwing it a little bit more.
Let's go! Boom, landed!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The Ravens on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, Jackson. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Carl Lawson in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Here's Sam Cook now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And the fair catch is made. It's going to pin him back here at the 7-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Bengals will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. A first down throw coming for Dalton. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at his own 10. And they will have the football deep in enemy territory all the way at the 10-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Suddenly it's first and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. On first and goal, Dixon. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Give him 2 yards on that one. Second and goal now. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Here's second and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. They'll give it to him up the middle. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's third and goal.
And, Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
Third and goal, Jackson. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Carl Lawson, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. So on fourth down, here's the Ravens Pro Bowl kicker, Justin Tucker, out onto the field. And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Boy, you sure don't see that too often.
I guess you can't really call anything a gimme, but you figure with his track record, that's a sure thing. But it turns out it's not the case.
So here's Dalton and the Bengals now, first and 10 at their own 21. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Dumps it off to Mixon. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll be a second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7. From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Tyler Kroft, the tight end, the one he was looking for. And it's third down. A little too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
Yeah, really turned it loose, didn't he? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Operating from the gun, Dalton. And able to find Green. Green's first catch of the game. Good for a first down.
And the key number on that play, 3. Third play of the drive, third down, spectacular catch, turns into a first down.
First down saves them from a 3 and out. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Now Dalton with a first and 10. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll make it. Second down. be Dalton again. And he finds Tyler Croft. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. His first catch, good for 16 and a first.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Baltimore after this. From midfield here, Dalton. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Unable to corral him. He fights through. Second down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting him to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll try and pick it up by running the option to the right. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know. Defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. And now here come the Ravens. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, let's face it, that's really a chip shot, right?
That's anything inside 40.
Yeah, they're counting on that going through the post. But we've seen it happen to teams before. Some of the best kickers in the world can miss kicks like that. Can they come back now and redeem themselves?
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. His throw incomplete. Kenneth Dixon, the running back, the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Green 39! Green 39!
2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they had incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
Detroit! Detroit!
Here's Jackson to throw on 3rd down. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Danny Trevathan in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a 4th down. Here's Sam Cook now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. The Bengals getting set to go. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. So we have reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Bengals out in front. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Here's Dalton. Green's got it over the middle. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect.
Over here, yes.
Dalton throwing on second down. And Nelson's got it here right side. Nelson's first catch. Good for a first down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. And a movement there coming from the middle of the line.
And you understand he wants to get off the ball quickly, but the ball's right in front of him. He has to watch it move first.
So a 1st and 5 now after the 5-yard penalty from the neutral zone infraction. Andy Dalton. He finds a man with a crossing route. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Mixon with a first down carry. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now a first carry for their fullback. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. The Bengals on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Dalton here from the gun. To Mixon on the check down. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
On 1st and 10, here's Andy Dalton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
Over here, yes. 368!
To throw here, Dalton. And this is caught at the 8. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. So Dalton now. And he fires one incomplete. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. And now it's 2nd down. Down this close to the goal line, 1st down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on 1st down in this situation because 2nd down, that gives me an option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
On 2nd and goal, one man stands in the backfield, and that's Mixon. He'll get it up the middle. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? Dalton now to pass. Green's open, and he's got it for a Bengal touchdown. A.J. Green, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bengals add on to their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Now Jones. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line. The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the 2nd half. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
From the gun, it's Jackson. To the right side and complete to Hurst. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Jackson. And he's got his target. That's Moore. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Big chunks of yardage the last few plays, and the Ravens have another 1st down. Jackson on 1st down. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in 1 game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Now a handoff for Dixon. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. That's caught over the middle by Hurst. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one goes for 29 yards on 3rd down. Now that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Geno Atkins able to swamp him from that defensive tackle spot for a loss of 5. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Here's Jackson to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Carl Lawson, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. And now they're looking for 19 yards here on 3rd down following 2 negative plays.
Here we go now.
From the gun, Jackson. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And now a fumble. The ball's out.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And that'll get the deficit back to 16. So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing, all right? They didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely need him to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. And out now, here come the Bengals. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
it certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
And he roams across the 20 to the 24-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. Second down, Dalton. And he whips that one incomplete there.
That one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
And the Bengals on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. He's got his man here. It's Green. There goes Green. The 20, 10, and all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A.J. Green, 76 yards, and the Bengals are able to grow their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Now Jones. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line. Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
And maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And he'll be wrapped up around the waist and pushed down. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Jackson from the shotgun. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Danny Trevathan.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
And they take a knee. And they'll indeed take a knee. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. And they will take a knee here. And on 4th down, they come up and take the knee. So they were really trying to put the nail in the coffin there already with this lead here in the 4th, but they didn't get it.
Guaranteed it's not going to be a fun handshake in the postgame, right? You just know that there's going to be some bad blood there. And I know if we go to the postgame press conferences, the winning coach, you know what he's going to say, why he did it? We need the points, okay? Because you never know at the end of the year if points are going to come into the tiebreaker if we're trying to get into the playoffs. That's always the standard justification.
Caught by Snead over the middle. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
All right, now, look at this.
Now Jackson on first down. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The Raven passing game getting in sync, another first down.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Jackson now operating from the gun, being chased out left. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain.
3-19.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Caught right side, it's Snead. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Drops it underneath to Dixon. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line.
Let's go.
Throwing is Jackson. Flush to his right. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Now it's Jackson. This is caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. They're able to hold them to 3 there, and that leads to a 4th and goal.
Completed pass brings up a 4th down situation. Do you play analytics on this one? Well, you know, what do your analytics tell you about going for it here? I wonder what they would say.
They tell me you're down by this margin 4th quarter, you're going. And here just playing for pride at this point. Down big, but they'll go for it on 4th and goal. Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. I think probably just trying to draw him off there. It didn't work.
And defensively, that's what you work on all the time. Being in that spot and being able to not jump and give them the yardage that they were desiring.
Here's Justin Tucker now for the Raven field goal try. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is. And that one, my goodness, that was almost too easy.
Yeah, you're not going to have too many attempts shorter than that one. And I don't think this was blocked. That's about as bad a miss as you can have.
Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. And they take a knee. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.